And this has been a very difficult period of time over the last 2 years.
So I saw as a young person the impacts of xenophobia and racism on my classmates, on my neighbors, and on my friends.
It's really an honor to be here on behalf of Mayor Wu. My name is Mariangely Cervera, and I am really honored and touched to see so many people that are representing the community that we're here to protect.
But unfortunately, we have to be here because it's really important that we remember and we honor the memories of those that was tragically murdered in Atlanta.
实际上这一年下来，应该讲说亚裔仇视的事件是要有增无减。
希望是大家和平共处，这个世界是和平的、美好的。
这一年的成长不是我一个人在成长，我觉得大家都在一起成长。
我们还有很多的工作需要做，
更应该发挥我们喉舌的作用，向社区、向我们的民众、向我们的政府呼吁，通过更多的手段去保障我们的权利。
本节目由 eKitchen 易厨房智能连锁餐厅冠名赞助播出。
We come here today on the first anniversary of the Asian woman that were killed because of their race. And this has been a very difficult period of time over the last 2 years for the AAPI community, the Chinese, the Asian community across the country. We've seen hate crimes go up. We've seen anti-Asian racism increase. We've seen it here in Massachusetts, across the country, and a lot of people have associated, unfortunately, the pandemic with the AAPI community. But we need to come together as a country and make sure that we treat everybody with respect and dignity, and making sure that we stand up for the AAPI community, stand up for the Chinese community, and that also includes language access, making sure that we have strong civil rights and human rights laws on the books, protecting people against hate crimes. I'm honored to be here. I also know that the state representative, Tami, is here, who's a candidate for lieutenant governor. But we're here to say to the AAPI community that any type of injustice against the AAPI community cannot continue to take place. But we must acknowledge it, we must address it, and we must stomp it out, because it's prevalent in our society, it's prevalent in our country, and we need to stand together with the Asian community, especially during these difficult times.
State Rep Tami Gouveia here. I just want to thank all of the organizations that are part of putting this vigil together. I am proud to be invited to be part of this commemoration of the 1-year anniversary of the murders of 8 innocent people, most of whom it was for their race as members of the AAPI community. I grew up in the city of Lowell. I'm 47 years old, so I was coming of age when Lowell was a resettlement location for folks fleeing the Khmer Rouge. So I saw as a young person the impacts of xenophobia and racism on my classmates, on my neighbors, and on my friends. I have no idea what it feels like to walk and to experience racism and to have hateful words hurled at you, to experience violence and attacks on your body autonomy. But I'm here to stand in solidarity with our AAPI community. Goes back to, again, my roots back in the city of Lowell, experiencing and watching the impacts of racism and xenophobia. And it instilled in me a deep sense of empathy. And I think that's one of the things that we are desperately missing in our society is empathy for somebody else who might not look like us, who might have had different life experiences, who might have had different educational opportunities, who might have had a different footing when it comes to economics. So I think we need to work together, stand together, and build community together so that we can stand up against hate in all forms. But I am honored to be here, and I'm sad to be here, to stand up against Asian hate because of the attacks that have persisted to the extent of causing loss of life, innocent lives, unnecessarily and prematurely. So I thank you all for being here. I thank you for your courage, for your bravery, and for all of your work in unifying against hate, to stand up against Asian hate. I'm Tami Gouveia, State Representative. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Gary, and thank you everyone for being here today. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. It's really an honor to be here on behalf of Mayor Wu. My name is Mariangely Cervera, and I am really honored and touched to see so many people that are representing the community that we're here to protect.
So 1 year ago, 8 lives was taken away senselessly in Atlanta shooting. 6 of them are women of Asian descent. And since then, things has not gone any better. Okay, so the AAPI community is still facing the onslaught of discrimination, racism, and the violence, especially the AAPI women. 75% of AAPI women have experienced some type of discrimination, racism, and violence. That's simply not acceptable. So 1 year ago, we gathered right after the Atlanta shootings. So we had 4 or 5 marchings, rallies on Boston Common. And so we asked the community the question, why is this happening? What can we do? And things that have done a lot, but it's not enough. We recognize the fight to stop Asian hate is going to be a marathon. And we need to get together. We need to take our pain, our grief, and our anger, turn them into hope in unity, and turn them into strength in action. So we need to redouble our effort to renew our commitment to stop Asian hate. So not only the entire community, AAPI, the community, we need to feel safe. But most importantly, we need to feel like we belong. We're not perpetual foreigners. We are part of this city. We are part of this nation. Our history, our culture is integral part of American history, culture, and society. So brothers and sisters, let's band together. Let's continue this fight. Let's mourn the life that lost taken too soon from us. But let's most importantly, let's continue this fight. Thank you.
本节目由 eKitchen 易厨房智能连锁餐厅冠名赞助播出。
I wish I wasn't here today, like the state representative said, but unfortunately we have to be here because it's really important that we remember and we honor the memories of those that was tragically murdered in Atlanta. Tonight, 15 different cities across the country are hosting rallies and vigils. And it's so important that our community, the Asian American community, work together with the African American community, with the Hispanic community, with the Native American community, with all communities of color, because we are all in the same boat. We are all in the same boat. For as long as we've been in this country, we have been discriminated against that. we have been beaten up, we have been lynched, we have been murdered because of the color of our skin. So we all need to wake up and recognize the fact that stronger together, we can make things happen.
1年过去了，这个针对亚裔的这种仇恨，在美国变好了吗？似乎并没有变好。然后这个世界变得好一点了吗？似乎也没有。所以我们还有非常非常长的路需要走，非常长的非常多的工作需要去做。我们仇恨能让这个世界变得更好吗？能让我们的社会变得更好吗？能让我们的生活变得更好吗？其实亚裔或者是华裔，我们和美国的其他族裔一起建设一个更美好的、更幸福的、更平和的一个世界。这个其实不只是对我们这个族裔的帮助，更重要的，它还帮助其他的族裔，也帮助美国。所以非常感谢今天能够到场的朋友们，希望我们一起努力，让我们生活的社区，让我们生活的美国，让我们生活的世界能变得更美好。
我们也是希望大家可以和睦相处。我们尤其我感觉我们亚洲人其实是最性格最温和的啦，最不喜欢那种战争啦，这种打斗啊什么的。我们是希望是大家和平共处，这个世界是和平的、美好的，共建。我们用我们努力吧，就是说用我们的才华，用我们的勤奋，让这个国家更好、更美好。
我现在心情就是，我觉得这一年的成长不是我一个人在成长，我觉得大家都在一起成长。我觉得一开始唱这首歌就感觉有点像个新人一样，现在在唱的话就感受到了很多很多，就我看到了很多亚裔的榜样，全部人一起出来，来面对这一件事情。然后从这种各个这种榜样，从Michelle Wu啊，从各个正议员来讲，我学到了很多。然后现在唱这首歌，感觉就特别不一样。
疫情虽然接近尾声，但是俄乌之战，又将整个全世界撕裂成2个阵营，也将华人社区撕裂成好几个阵营，所以情况并没有特别明显的好转，我们还有很多的工作需要做。
实际上这一年下来，应该讲说亚裔仇视的事件是有增无减，然后特别是这个亚裔的女性，我们已经在新闻里读到很多。从统计的角度来讲，75%的亚裔女性都经过了一定程度的歧视、暴力、仇视各种东西，所以这就告诉我们说呢，真正的我们这个社区，甚至美国社会是任重而道远，我们还有很长很长的路要做。
从旧金山、从纽约、从其他重要的城市，包括芝加哥，很多针对亚裔、华裔的这些犯罪的案件是有增无减，呈大比例的增加。其实从我们的角度来说，我们更应该发挥我们喉舌的作用，向社区、向我们的民众、向我们的政府呼吁，通过更多的手段去保障我们的权利，能够让我们更好的、更安全的、更舒适的在美国生活，让我们的人生，让我们的这个各方面就业、工作、生活不再受这些恐怖、受这些歧视、受这些仇恨犯罪的骚扰和侵害。
Come on! Stop, please.
Stop hate! Start peace! Stop hate! Start peace! Stop hate! Start peace! Stop hate! Start peace! Stop hate! Start peace!